Di Maria, please, when you're finished, Channel 8 dramas, Japanese dramas, Taiwanese dramas, South Korean dramas, they're all waiting for you.
Cry on cue.
Cry on cue. You'll win one of those Star Awards. Hello and welcome to Footballing Weekly, brought to you by Yahoo and Argentina. I'm Neil Humphreys.
And I'm Chia Keong. And allow me to paraphrase a very unlikable person.
Go on.
Quoting some bald FIFA president. Today I feel Argentinian.
I am Messi. I am Mbappe. I am, who else is there? I am Martinez. I am Alvarez.
What a final.
I am Chia Keong.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why. This is my dear old Cucky's moment.
Yes.
He's been waiting for this.
Yes.
All of the sledging, all of the abuse, all of the trolling.
I haven't forgotten about it, so...
Haven't forgotten? He hasn't stopped talking about it to me off air. Tell him.
One month ago, I predicted that Argentina will win the World Cup.
Wait. All right, yes, you did, and we'll get to that. But as I said to you off air, it's not like you predicted Cameroon, is it? It's not like you predicted South Korea.
How many times do I get it right? I predicted France will flop. Okay, they flopped for about 70 minutes in the final. But I said flop for the whole tournament, so...
Okay, so go on, give us the background.
Allow me my moment of small glory.
The floor is yours.
And obviously, I want to thank all the readers for sending in their comments.
That's not what you said off air when it's the critical ones.
Some of them I want to read it out now because
please do.
Yes, it's time for me to gloat. Mr. Air Black Vitala said, teamwork, not individual, so chances very slim. Hope for good luck.
Yeah, and then they scored one of the team goals of the tournament, if not of all time.
Yeah.
The second goal.
Obviously, you're thinking, that team only has Messi. Hope they have proven you wrong throughout the tournament. Mr. Spade say, nonsense lah. Arsenal play like ass.
Arsenal? Argentina. He's comparing Arsenal to Argentina now.
Continue. Yeah.
Go on.
They play like shh. Maybe can't even go past the group stage. If they do, they'll be knocked out in the knockout stage. Dream on lah. They win the World Cup. Okay.
He's dreaming now.
He's dreaming now. And Mr. Honest Man said, Portugal will win. Trust me, bro. I wonder who he supports.
Yeah, I wonder. His tears followed Ronaldo's tears. The 4K tears.
The 4K tears.
The famous 4K tears.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Credit, look, there's me doffing my hat to you. Good prediction, my friend. You predicted one of the favourites to win the World Cup. Well done.
You also predicted one of the flops to win. So
No.
Also good.
No. But we wanted, look, we all wanted the final we got. Messi was magnificent.
Yeah.
It was, we'll get to it in a moment, but it was a final for the ages. It was absolutely magnificent. Let us know what you think of all the comments we're going to make today. I'll do it once now or once at the end. Send all of your comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Right. All right. Very good. Now let's get into it. How does this final rank or rate compared to other World Cup finals? It's already being called the greatest final of all time. What do you think?
I mean, best drama for sure.
Yep.
The talking points are just so many that you can talk for days. But I think it's second on my list of best finals. I think it's Mexico 1970 is still the greatest final ever because it's not only a final that showcases the best of football. It's a final which is a watershed moment in footballing history.
Correct.
So the context is Brazil, you all know they're a beautiful game, playing samba football, all playing beautiful football and expressing themselves freely for that 1970 team. But Italy, the team that they beat in the final, they were the masters of negative football during that 1960s.
Catenaccio. Yes.
Catenaccio football.
Which is Italian for lock. Did you know that? There you go.
Yes, I know. Chain or lock, whatever. But, if Italy had won, had somehow managed to contain Brazil, we will all be playing negative football.
You wouldn't have got total football. You wouldn't have got Holland. And
everybody will say this is the football. This is the way to go. And I don't think football will be as beautiful, as popular right now. So that was a watershed moment. Mexico 1970. So there will always be, in my opinion, the best final ever.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And you're spot on. A few other things. It was the first colour World Cup. So those beautiful, vibrant yellow jerseys. It was the first final I actually watched as a kid because my family had it on VHS. The Boys from Brazil, this brilliant video, BBC video. And I'd never seen football like it. It was football from another planet.
It's like super bright, the colours, blue and yellow. Just
the greens and the yellows, and maybe it was
amazing.
oversaturation because it was the first World Cup in colour, I don't know. But it was so vibrant. You know, the yellow jerseys bounced off the screen.
Yeah.
And you'd never seen team football like it before. You know, Jairzinho, Pele, Rivellino, Carlos Alberto. Everybody remembers the famous team goal, which was similar to the Argentina goal in this World Cup, which we'll get to. I agree with you. Because it was so groundbreaking, none of us arguably would be sitting here now if it wasn't for the Brazil triumph of 70.
Right.
That's how important it was. And also, from a purely aesthetic football perspective, you have to go with Brazil.
Yeah,
Argentina were patchy. They lost to Saudi Arabia. They scraped through in one or two others.
France were also not at the top
And France
form.
weren't there. France were comatose. For the first 70 minutes, I thought they needed a defibrillator. I was reading them the last rites.
Obviously, I was on social media, and at 70 minutes, I was messaging my Yahoo colleagues. France didn't show up. This is such a disappointing final. 70 minutes. And 80 minutes, everything changed.
Yeah, and give credit to Didier Deschamps because he could have used the virus as an excuse, but he didn't. But clearly, there was something wrong with them. There was one moment, I think it was in the first half, they just physically couldn't keep up. They were just like as if Argentina were on a conveyor belt.
Di Maria had so much space. Messi had so much space. It's like they just look.
Dembele was something wrong with him. Yeah, Dembele, and he wasn't the only one. But they was just it was as if when you're walking alongside someone at an airport travelator, and even though you're on the same speed, the travelator's just going. That was Argentina against France. They just could not keep up. Wow. Credit to Mbappe, hat trick.
What a performance!
But Jeff Hurst, lest we forget, is still the only player to score in a hat trick in a World Cup final and win. We're all right, Jeff. The legacy is still secure. All right, I'll get him in a minute. He's over there. He's sitting over there, Jeff.
Oh, you didn't put it here. Okay,
his legacy is still secure. And also, I think I don't want to sound like Scrooge at this time of year, but at the risk of sounding like a curmudgeon, yes, Mbappe was that second goal volley extraordinary, a couple of runs, but it was 2 penalties and. Even those penalties were kind of a bit juvenile.
All the 3 penalties are a bit dodgy.
Agree. So from a drama point of view, yes. From the comeback onwards, the sort of the last 40 minutes.
Yes, it's just
extra time, penalties.
You just couldn't believe what you're seeing.
Never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. But comfortably the second greatest final of all time.
For sure.
Yes, Mexico.
That'll be number 3 on my list though.
Argentina, Maradona. And I watched the highlights again recently, but it is a bit of a scrappy game.
Scrappy
with Maradona. Comfortably number 2. But let us know what you think. Comments below. All the usual places. Was it the greatest final of all time or not? Right, moving on.
So,
go on. How does Lionel Messi rate amongst the GOATs?
This is the subtext. That's the biggest subtext of the final.
Stupid subtext, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
I know what I mean. But it needs this kind of validation. Otherwise,
all right, go on, carry on.
The never-ending debate between whether Messi or Ronaldo. Messi or Ronaldo as the GOAT of time. Obviously, all of us know, if you have been watching football for the past 20 years, you know that, despite all the talking by Piers Morgan, that Lionel Messi has bring more joy than anyone else into the world of football. But he's not won the World Cup. He doesn't deserve to be spoken in the same breath as Pele or Maradona. And this one, going into this final, everybody said, no, he must win. It's a bit excessive.
Yeah.
Because
completely.
Yeah. But thank goodness he did it.
Yeah, it's a nice epitaph. It's a nice epilogue, if you like, to an extraordinary career. But he didn't need it. He didn't need it. But now, if you say, okay, Messi, Pele, and Maradona,
nobody would complain.
No.
Nobody would say, but he didn't win the World Cup.
I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to Messi. I just think he's on a whole different. To me, the debate, is he the best compared to? It's like, is Robert De Niro a better actor than someone doing amateur dramatics at the Bishan CC? I mean, it's not even in the same realm as far as I'm concerned. I saw a hilarious headline, CNN, you should know better. The headline was, I'm not making this up, Messi can now definitely be considered among the greats. Among the greats. Not
Come
the
on,
greats.
CNN.
Among the greats.
Obviously not surprising because they're American.
Right, so your point, valid point, that about Messi has always been this. This has always been Messi's caveat, right? He did it at club level. He didn't do it for Argentina in the same way that, say, Ronaldo or Maradona did, right? So this is the guy who's never done it for his country, Lionel Messi. He's made the most World Cup appearances of any man in history, the most World Cup appearances as captain, played the most World Cup minutes, ranks joint fourth on all-time World Cup goals, only player ever to score in all 5 rounds of the World Cup. In the early days, there wasn't 5 rounds. Lionel Messi also has the most World Cup assists, level with Pele. The only player to assist goals at 4 different tournaments and now 5 different tournaments. So he's 2 ahead of everybody else. Wow. He ranks first on all-time World Cup goal contributions. He's won the most matches in the World Cup as a player, level with Klose of Germany. Also scored in the most different World Cup matches, 11 with Klose. Only player to win 2 World Cup golden balls. Only player to score a World Cup goal in his teens, in his 20s and in his 30s. Has won more man of the matches than everybody else. But apart from all of that, what has Lionel Messi ever done for Argentina? Ridiculous. It is absurd that we're even having this conversation. He's like Johnny B. Good with a guitar. He can play a ball like he's ringing a bell. He is artist in human form. He is artistic perfection in human form. There is no debate. It's over. There's him and there's everybody else. What do you think?
Fine. Thank you. I don't
want to hear it ever again. There's no debate.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Stick your comments underneath. What are we doing next?
Well, we've talked about Messi. We've talked about the final. Let's talk about the supporting cast. I mean, I think it's pretty poetic that the match had to end in penalties. Although I don't really like the matches being decided by penalties. But it just shows that no matter how great Messi is, no matter how great Mbappe is, they can't do it alone. They couldn't do it alone. Messi had to rely on one supremely house goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, saving the penalties, and that final last minute save from Kolo Muani, that is a staggering save for you.
Well, we said, didn't we, before, I think that's a contender for greatest save of all time at the World Cup. I know they talk about Gordon Banks's against Pele, which is extraordinary, 1970, for this athleticism. But as you say, the context, the timing, what it represented, we wouldn't be talking about any of this now. Any of it. Messi, legacy, greatest of all time, if it wasn't for that brilliant last second save. It was a tremendous save.
We had our hearts in our mouth.
Like, it was extraordinary.
No, Messi, no.
Absolutely extraordinary. Greatest, most significant save of all time at a World Cup.
It's so,
brilliant.
I totally agree.
Brilliant.
And then, and the whole Argentina team played above themselves during the final.
Yeah.
During the first passages, they just showed more intensity. Di Maria was torturing the Conde on the left flank. Alexis McAllister at Brighton.
Yeah.
Bossing the midfield.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I really like McAllister.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The supporting cast was superb. But if Angel Di Maria happens to hear this, when he gives up the football, he's got a great future in Korean dramas. He never stopped crying, did he? For like half an hour. He would cry when they was up. He would cry when they was down. He would cry when they equalised. He just didn't stop crying.
Yeah.
Di Maria, please, when you're finished, Channel 8 dramas, Japanese dramas, Taiwanese dramas, South Korean dramas, they're all waiting for you.
Cry on cue.
Cry on cue. You'll win one of those Star Awards.
Yeah,
no problem. But for me, Martinez was my favourite.
He's such a character.
He was great.
Sometimes he goes over the board. I agree, but
you know my views on that. Pantomime villains.
Pantomime villain. It's a show. It's a theatre. I love it.
Bruce Grobbelaar, I remembered that. The spidery legs, the jelly legs.
Some of my Yahoo former colleagues, they was, I don't like him. I like Argentina because Martinez and all the playing, this kind of ungraceful like behavior.
Yeah.
But come on. Football is all about gracefulness.
It's theatre. We say it every time, right? It's theatre, it's pantomime. It was great fun, and we loved it. Yeah. What do you think? Who are your favourite supporting cast players? Let us know underneath usual places. Right, moving on.
Now we got going a bit serious now. After all the excitement of the final.
Yep. How should we remember
Qatar?
Qatar 2022. Go on. What do you think?
I think we shouldn't forget the final. Obviously, it's hard to forget it anyway. But we also shouldn't forget the backgrounds that came with the organization of this tournament. Yeah, I mean, everybody's now saying, it's great, it's the greatest tournament ever. But, the way it was, the inception of this tournament leaves a lot bad taste in the mouth. The migrant workers' situations hasn't exactly been addressed yet. So, and we shouldn't forget it the next time there's a bid for the next World Cup host. I think all this should be under scrutiny. We shouldn't forget another country bids for it, and then we don't look at its migrant workers' record. No, everything we must look at it from now on.
I agree, 100%. The greatest legacy of this World Cup, as I wrote in the column for Yahoo, is this has been the World Cup of whataboutery, and it can never happen again. This idea that we are picking on Qatar or the Arab world, it's got nothing to do with that. Yes, every country who's ever hosted the World Cup and will host the World Cup again has human rights issues. As I said in my column, it's about to go to a country where it's easier to control a woman's womb because of their abortion laws than it is gun ownership. So yes, let's hold the Americans and the Mexicans and the Canadians under the same scrutiny as Qatar. All of those human rights issues in all of the countries are relevant, except Qatar is the only World Cup where it is specific to the building of the World Cup. That's the difference. Whatever you feel about race issues and abortion issues in America, that has nothing to do with the World Cup itself specifically. The migrant workers' deaths and injuries did. They basically built an entire city,
an entire tournament,
from scratch, knowing that to do that in 12 years flat would require round-the-clock, 24/7, summer and winter building. How did they think this tournament was going to be built? Working in 50-degree heat. That's the greatest hypocrisy. Workers died building this World Cup. All the messes in the world can't change that fact. Messi was brilliant. The final was brilliant. Those workers are still dead. And that is the legacy that Qatar, whether it likes it or not, will always have. That tournament, special though it was from a football standpoint, will always have blood on its hands.
Yeah, for sure.
And that will make people uncomfortable. Good. It should make people uncomfortable. It should make people squirm. It can never happen again.
It should never happen again.
Yeah.
It must never happen again.
But let us know your thoughts.
Yep.
You certainly have let me know your thoughts on the column I wrote this week. Send all your comments below, usual places. What did you think about Qatar 2022? Right, let's wrap this up. Funny things. Daftest, silliest moment to finish. What do you want to go with?
I will want to go back and find that Saudi supporter who said, "Where is Messi? Where is Messi?" in the very first few days.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Now where is he now? Where is he now? Is he still saying that? But congratulations, Saudi Arabia. That was a great.
I tell you who I want to go after. Salt Bay. Salt Bay. I have never understood who you are anyway, Salt Bay. You have made a living, a fortune out of putting salt on steak. Like you're the only person in culinary history who has thought, you see that piece of meat? What it needs now is a bit of salt. But the only difference is you put the salt via your greasy elbow. So I've never got that. Why was Salt Bay on the pitch at the final whistle? I have never seen so many people try to eject one man since I was a teenager in a nightclub. Right? It was brilliant. Salt Bay is trying to get into every photograph. Messi, sod off. Martinez, sod off. Everyone is trying to get rid of him. It was the daftest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it is.
Salt Bay,
high up there.
Stop taking selfies with World Cup champions. Stop, what's the word they use when you get into the photograph? I forgot.
Photobombing.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Stop photobombing. Go back to what you're good at. I don't know what you're good at. I don't know what you're good at.
Making your hands limp.
Yeah. Do a bit more salt off the elbow and sod off from World Cup finals.
What nonsense is this?
Yeah.
Just make
Salt Bay does not go with World Cups at all. And my final one that I just love, got to give the final word to Martinez when he won the world's ugliest trophy.
why did I have five?
The Golden Glove thing. It looks like it's something to molest yourself with, right? So already it's a self-molesting trophy, rubbish. And then the French are booing him, so he gives them the glove. And they were, it's bad sportsmanship. It's a bit of fun. Come on. It's a bit of fun. It's not his fault the glove is terrible. You know? I loved it. So Martinez,
keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Keep doing it. That was my...
When you win the EPL glove, a golden glove, please do it again.
You can annoy French supporters with your golden glove anytime. But let us know what you think. What was your daftest, silliest, funniest, strangest?
All your memories of the World Cup.
Yeah, just let us know. At
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo _MY on TikTok. No, on Twitter, and Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Yep, and we'll see you in 4 years for 2026 in the land,
US.
in the land of soccer.
Soccer.
See you there.
See you.